Good afternoon and welcome to Chatty Walks with Angela. My name is Angela and we are rejoining my Cherry Blossoms walk in Kensington for part 2. We are on Blithfield Street and if you saw the last walk you'll know that at the end my equipment broke, so I've swapped over to an iPhone Pro 13 to film the rest of the walk for part 2. Lots of cherry blossoms still to come. The sound will sound a bit odd because my mic wasn't working terribly well. It's not an iPhone mic, it's a separate one. But other than that, really enjoy the walk. We will rejoin crossing over to Radley Mews. Now here we have Radley Mews. I'm going to head down there in a sec. Let's go. Because I'm having some technical issues, Luke is now on the Osmo.
Hello.
So he's doing a little bit of filming on the Osmo as well. And when it all comes together, we'll see as to what sort of video this is. Cute Mews. We have very cute Mews. Can I say that when there's a dog barking? I'm hoping the mic works. I've got a mic but it hasn't got a fluffy, as people call it in the trade, a dead cat. I hate that expression, so I just call it a fluffy. So I've got a mic with a fluffy on the Osmo but not a mic with a fluffy for the iPhone. So let's see. I really wanted you to see this Mews along here. As I've already said, Kensington's sort of pretty well served by public transport, and it is crossed east to west by the A4. So if you sort of head east, you'll find yourself in central London. If you head west, well, you'll end up at Heathrow, through Hounslow, and then the M4. So here we are, we just went along Radley Mews. And as Luke said, we must remember these are people's houses, homes. There's a Porsche. Let's go this way. And this is the best cherry blossom road of all, in my opinion. This is the one I've been waiting to show you. It is Allen Street. Look at it, just a sea of cherry blossoms. Right, and car coming. Maybe don't go out in front of it in the excitement of the cherry blossoms. Porsche coming as well. So we were just down there at Blithfield Street, one of the best in London. Now we are on Inkerman Terrace on this side of Allen Street, and then the other side now goes. Oh no, that's a Lamborghini. Sorry, my bad. Not a Porsche. And on the other side, it's got a different name. Now I'll try not to get run over and try and get some shots down the middle here. What is it, the other side? This is Alma Terrace. One side is Alma Terrace, the other is Inkerman Street, which I think was a street in Coronation Street. Less glamorous. Now look at these. Aren't they lovely? Aren't they gorgeous? Absolutely lovely. And this is just off of Kensington High Street. Just off of Kensington High Street. Don't go to Kensington High Street, come here. Have a lovely wander along here. Absolutely gorgeous. We've got this lovely one here. I tried to do an Instagram bit of filming for these. So if you check out the Instagram, you might see it there. If I put it onto YouTube, they insist it's a short, and I don't love shorts personally. So this is Alma Terrace, as I said, on this side, with an alarm going off. What a lovely church. And then we've got this lovely dark blossom. As I said, my impression is that the darker blossoms are dropping earlier than the pink and white ones. I could be wrong. There, look at that. Absolutely stunning view. If you want your cherry blossoms, this is my recommendation. This is your road. There's lots of other places. You've got the Kyoto Garden at Holland Park. Don't know if I'll catch that quite before the blossoms go over. But this is your spot. And literally, you know, no distance. I can see it up there from Kensington High Street. So I'll give you a view along there. That's Scarsdale Villas. It's an interesting Coptic Orthodox Patriarchate Church of St. Mark, 1976. Okay, let's cross. Some stuff turning here. Let's go this way. Cars seem to be struggling around here. They seem to be struggling with sharp turns. I don't know why. Here we have another beautiful view. I hope you're sort of picturing and feeling what the atmosphere is along here. It's something so different, very close to central London, and well worth a wander if that's the sort of thing you enjoy doing, in my opinion. Continuing the Blue Plaque Brigade. Shall I continue with the Blue Plaque Brigade? I'm not sure if I finished covering them. We have Benny Hill, Winston Churchill, who I think died here, a few streets across actually. So another road there. And then you've got a different style over here. If you have a look along here, you've got the red brick. It's Abingdon Courts and Abingdon Villas. So it's a real contrast. There's beautiful red brick buildings here, and then you've got the white ones over there. And I think that's one thing that I'm really appreciating here, is just the combination of looks that you get. We are free to gawp. John Stuart Mill lived here when I was in my academic career. Part of my PhD was studying John Stuart Mill. Luke's phone is ringing. Now the phone has stopped ringing. It was one of Luke's friends. So who else was here? Alfred Hitchcock. He was here too. T.S. Eliot was here too. And as I said, if you wander around the neighbourhood, you'll just see sort of blue plaques popping up at you all over the place. Tony Hancock. Long list. I could keep going, but I won't. I'll just bore you. I'm just random list of names, you know. We're also kind of edging on, what's it called? Albertopolis. Is that what it's called? Albertopolis? Let me have a look in my notes. Albertopolis, yes it was. But I'm going to stop talking about that now because we're going to go into... So we're nearly at Kensington High Street. We're going to cross over Kensington High Street, but first we're going to go along Adam and Eve Mews. I promised you Mews. I promised you cherry blossoms. I think it's fair to say you've had a good selection of both. Oh, white hand. Right, let's go this way. So yes, as I was saying, We're in Albertopolis, or right sort of adjacent to it. So in 1851 we had the Great Exhibition organised by Prince Albert, the Prince Consort. Huge success. Just show you up here. Got some wisteria activity up there and some lovely painted places. I always think if you've got a Mews placed, do your best, put your colours. Put your colours. There's a place that's all painted black along here. I think we disapprove, don't we? Disapprove of black. Yeah. We want the brighter colours. Pinks, blues, creams, greens.
I like bright colours. Yeah,
bright colours, yeah, bright colours. So let's walk up here. So we're going to be heading towards Kensington High Street now. There we go. Isn't it lovely? They seem to have been quite busy along here because I think they were loading up some cars last time we were here. Something like that. Not our thing. So yes, hugely successful, the Great Exhibition. A quarter of the UK population came to see it because it coincided with sort of the railways coming into their own. So back in that time, 1851, that was a huge achievement. And part of Albert's vision was to create a group of permanent facilities for the public benefit. And that was museums, universities, those types of things. And the whole area where like the Natural History Museum is, the Science Museum, Imperial College, Royal Albert Hall, V&A, that was all part of the vision. To make culture, manufacturing, science, engineering, sort of make those visible to the public. By the way, this now becomes Eve Close and leads us on to Kensington High Street. And when he died, when Albert died, great outpouring of public grief. Victoria was devastated. So they built the Albert Memorial, which I was going to do today, but you know what? I was just enjoying walking around the back streets here, so I thought we'd do that walk instead. I'll do that another day. So they built the Albert Memorial, and then sort of opposite that is the Royal Albert Hall. And then sort of further down from there, you go down Exhibition Road, which was the road from the Great Exhibition, and you'll find the Science Museum, Natural History Museum, all those types of things. But I'll give you one for free now as we go through this archway. The Royal Albert Hall was initially lit by gas, and it had a special system. Thousands of gas jets were lit within 10 seconds, would you believe? 10 seconds. And they took a while putting electric lighting in. They didn't make it electric until 1888, although they could have had it from as early as 1873. Some people didn't like it, didn't approve of the electric lighting. We are on Kensington High Street, and we're going to be crossing over in a sec. We're going to end the walk at Kensington High Street, but not here. Got a few more little places to show you. Going to wait and cross here in a sec. Somebody's pressed the button. Yes, they have. We may cross, and we shall. It's funny, when I have the phone on a gimbal, people react differently. They can see it more clearly, whereas when I've got the Osmo Pocket, people aren't always sure that you're filming, so they engage with you in a slightly different way. So this video will be two different types of footage. Okay, here we go. This is Campden Hill Road. I'll just give you a peek up, and then we're heading somewhere in particular, two places in particular, actually. So we're kind of crossing over into sort of Holland Park area now. This is Phillimore Walk, and around the Phillimores was where records were set for selling, the price of selling a house quite some time ago. I'm just going to try and cross it. It's really, really busy at this little junction here. We've got a library here. Right, I'm going to cross, because otherwise we'll be there for a while. So this is Campden Hill Road, Phillimore Walk. I'll just show you the houses up there so you can get a feel for what we're looking at. So we're kind of entering into the Holland Park side of things. And if we continued in that direction, we would make it to Holland Park, and we'll do that another day. As I said, I might combine that with the Albert Memorial. We're going to walk along here. Why, here, Angela, I hear you say, it doesn't look that good. There's something good to greet you at the end. You're going to appreciate it. Two things. It looks like there may have been some filming going on here. Whenever I see those signs, it almost looks like a film set up. We can't blame people for filming here, can you? It is lovely. And I'm guessing there's a graduation going today, because of the amount of people that have little graduation hats on them and things like that. What month are we in? That might be a second graduation. It's a bit early in April. Says the ex-academic who always had to go to the graduation ceremonies and sit on the stage. Okay, this is Hornton Street. Just going to give you a look at those houses there. Again, how many floors? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, stroke 6, I would say. Let's see if I can cross. Windy. So, just give you that. You can see it goes uphill there. I'm going to turn around and go this way. So we have some lovely mews, and again, we are parallel to Kensington High Street there. Let's walk along here, shall we? I think I can get through Hornton Place. In 1901, by the way, Kensington got Royal Borough status because it was the home of Kensington Palace, and it's where Queen Victoria was born in 1819, and it's where Queen Victoria lived until her accession in 1837. So here we are, Drayson Mews. How are you feeling now? Are you feeling that you've seen loads of Mews? Are you getting blasé, saying, well, you've seen one Mews, you've seen them all? But it is rather nice to enjoy them all. This one's a bit quieter. It's got the lovely cobbles down the street. I think it was this one here we're disapproving of. Where's your colours? I mean, I'm not quite sure what the colour is. Is it sort of dark grey? Greeny grey? I'm not quite sure what colour that is. And then next to it you've got these lovely blues, whites, pinky orangey colours. So I'll get on this side so the car can come past, because I want to get the colours over that side. Much that I'm enjoying all the beautiful homes and stuff, I suppose I should point out that a 2017 study found Kensington and Chelsea to have the greatest income inequality of any London borough. And in 2022, 12.2% of Kensington residents had been granted non-domicile status to avoid paying UK tax. So, you know, you get your swings and roundabouts in an area like this. Now, you want a bit of history. So this was a manor, the old manor of Kensington, Domesday Book 1086. In Anglo-Saxon language it means Kensie's Ton, which would be a homestead or a settlement. So it belonged to somebody called sort of Kenzie, something like that. But in 1396, one early spelling was Kensington. So you can see it sort of evolved. See if I can get through here. So, with a white van in front of it, we have some more lovely houses. And we have Chakra on the edge of Drayson Mews. And the Elephant and Castle, which again, when we came along earlier, were setting up, very excitedly setting up. Because they knew they could have their customers outside, but everybody's out enjoying the sunshine on a Friday afternoon in April when it's due to hit 21 degrees in London. And believe me, everybody just comes out. It's like, yes, there's your chance, go for it. Now, I wanted to bring you here to Hornton Place with a lot of lovely wisteria. There we go. There you are, Royal Borough of Kensington and Chelsea, Hornton Place. Again, very Instagrammed, very, very Instagrammable. Just going to walk down, you can't actually get through, and it does tell you you cannot get through to the high street here, in case you were planning to. That's a dead end, and I'm walking past people's homes, as pointed out to me by Luke earlier. So here we go. Some blossoms. Is it the last blossoms we will see on this walk? It might be, actually. Got one final bit of the walk I want to do with you. Isn't it beautiful? Absolutely beautiful. Let's have a look at that wisteria there. Gorgeous. And then we're going to walk back up this way. And we're going to finish the walk at Kensington Church Street and thereabouts, and Kensington High Street as well. So we stopped there earlier. We had what's it called, Ole and Steam, which I think is Danish. We actually have some very nice carbohydrate and coffee. Carbohydrate and coffee. Hot chocolate for Luke.
It's very nice.
Yeah, I know. Look, you don't always have to go to the best places. You can just go to the good enough places. People always want to go to the best places. It's like, go to the good enough places, you'll be fine. Yeah, so we've got Greek extra virgin olive oil, St. Nicholas Monemvasia. A massive hike in the price of olive oil due to weather a lot of the time, pushing it up. As I said, we're heading towards Kensington Church Street now. So in my early days in London, there was actually a sort of recruitment agency and a publishing company around here. I tried many times to get in, but I was never successful getting a job. So we used to end up coming here quite a lot, just to sort of go into the recruiter's office and things like that. So this was the Manor of Kensington. If we want to finish up with a bit of history, shall we finish up with a bit of history in the county of Middlesex, as I said earlier?
Yeah, let's do it.
One of several hundred granted by, and here we go, King William the Conqueror, 1066, oh yes, 1066, to 1089. And these were granted to Geoffrey de Montbray, or Mowbray, as we may know him. You know Melton Mowbray, is that connected? So we've got some more cute houses. Highly limited parking, but at least you get parking. And he was the Bishop of Coutances in Normandy and was one of the inner circle of advisors and one of the wealthiest men in post-conquest England. He granted the tenancy of Kensington to his follower, Aubrey de Vere. We're on a sort of de Vere Road earlier. There's the church. Looking lovely. And Aubrey de Vere I held the manor as overlord in 1086, according to the Domesday Book. But the bishop's heir, Robert de Mowbray, rebelled against King William II. His vast feudal barony was forfeited to the crown, and Aubrey de Vere became a tenant-in-chief, holding directly from the king after 1095. So history treated him okay. This greatly increased his status. In feudal England, and the De Veres as a result became Earls of Oxford. Now their principal manor at Kensington came to be known, this is what I was leading up to, as Earl's Court. So those Earls of Oxford, the De Veres, to the manor born, does that mean anything to anyone? Is it Richard De Vere? Don't think it's the same De Vere. The Alec Clifton Taylor Memorial Garden is here. So yes, the De Veres' principal manor at Kensington came to be known as Earl's Court, as they were not resident in the manor and their manorial business was not conducted in the great hall of a manor house, but in a courthouse, and thus Earl's Court was born. Right, we're heading down to Kensington High Street now. Let's bring the walk to an end. I see an M&S ahead. We're thinking about lunch, even though we had a fairly substantial carbohydrate snack.
It was good, yeah.
In Ole and Steen. So let's see what we end up doing. Quite often we start a walk saying, ooh, lunch, 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 have a snack. And then that kind of kills our appetite. Right, here's the ivy. Here's the ivy here. Done a few ivies. We have an ivy fairly close to us at Cobham. They do a decent brunch for a reasonable price. So we go there as a treat sometimes. And also the Ivy Guildford, the Ivy Asia, does a very good set lunch, again for a reasonable price. So here's a feel anyway. Sorry, that wasn't an advert for the Ivy. Just been a few times. So here's Ole and Steen, also not a paid advert for Ole and Steen. But we did have very nice pastries. It kind of feels like a co-working space. Lots of people with laptops and things like that, sitting with their coffees, as is the way these days. Right, I see the Royal Garden Hotel in the distance there. Oh, and there's the old Barkers of Kensington, very famous landmark. Here, went in a long time ago. So I'm just going to finish up at Kensington Church Street. So I feel I should show it to you before I end the walk. Just come the long way round from the church. I'm sure you don't mind. And I'm kind of hoping this walk has worked. It's been years that I wanted to do this and now my equipment failed. So let's hope it's coming out okay. And that's Kensington Gardens, straight in the distance over there. That would then take you to Hyde Park, etc. And it's quite noisy here with traffic. So even though everyone says, oh, go along Kensington Church Street, it's like, it's okay. Right, I am going to sign off now, I think. I really hope you enjoyed this walk. The cherry blossoms and mews of Kensington in the Royal Borough of Kensington and Chelsea. And I will see you next time. Goodbye.
Goodbye.